faith without works.
Sometimes we just got to take some action.
Yeah.
Sometimes we got to do something.
But it's hard sometimes to do what's discomforting.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to
It
just
is.
be complacent and be basic, and this right there, it's okay. You know, in active addiction, I can tell you what's going on every day on the same block at the same time. It doesn't change, and I find safety in that, right? And so then you guys come and say, "Hey, come be a part of something bigger than yourself, right? Come help the community." And I want to, but I'm so scared
Yeah.
to get out that porch. I'm worried about judgment.
And you
like,
know why, Zach? Because Apostle Paul said, every time I go to do good, evil is always present. I want to. And that's why the spirit and the flesh war daily. My spirit wants to do it. And I know it's the right thing to do. But the flesh, I don't know if I'm going to be received.
Look, I'm gonna step on some toes here, Carl. You ready?
Let me put my feet up.
I'm a firm believer in sometimes the help needs to look like us,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't have any agenda. I'm not racially biased, nothing. But we got to get out of that white savior mode. You know what I'm saying? That white is right, and they coming in, they're doing all. You know, sometimes the help need to look. I think it's more meaningful when it comes from us, because I look just like the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for a day. I'm here every day. You know what I mean? I'm here to stay. And so it's more well received. Again, that's why I love peer support. It's a lived experience. So once I have a conversation with you and I say, hey, I've done the same thing, you know, I can see you relax. Your guards come down, right? Now you're ready to engage and interact. The difference is I'm not going to enable you and take you and go do it for you. I'm going to teach you how to do it.
Right.
And you know what, Zach? It is so that you said that. I was just at a meeting on last night, and I was, because again, DISD, and we had the moms there, whatever, from SMART, the SMART program. And there were two people that were sitting in the audience. One was one of the assistant principals from Jail Long Middle School. The other was a parent from Woodrow. We just had a kid that was killed over at the park across the street from Woodrow, by his friend. And so the Hispanic parent asked the presenters, which are Caucasians, and she, the question was, well, where has this program been and everything? And she asked the question like, well, how do we get them to open up or whatever? So the presenter says to her, she said, that's where you come in at. She was quite honest. She said, because you know what? She realized that there are places she can't go in. And when she go in those places, she's not well received because she don't look like them. She said, so therefore you know them. And that's when I intervened. And I'm just like you with that.
The grass is not greener on the other side. It's green where you water.
Water it.
And, with that, I said, because when you can relate to them and you understand that, because see, our struggles are similar. But see, when your struggle is, how you going to get that Range Rover out the shop for your 16-year-old kid, it's a different conversation.
Whole different.
You understand? And so and she was just saying to her, and so I was like, that makes a lot of sense because we understand the language that we speak. You understand? Because there are some things that we'll say in front of each other, then we'll code just like when they don't want. So we have to be mindful of those things. And it's not to put anybody out because there are things that they can do and places they can go where we have to allow them, and that's just like sometimes even just with us being African American. If you're more well received, then I need to have enough wisdom, a sense to step back and let you handle it because you still have some men that are not receptive to women ministers.